This is how you use the coffee machine. So, in the sink. Sorry. Not the sink. In the thing where you dry the plates and stuff. Forget what it's called. You're going to have this, and you're going to have this. And this is a double shot. If you think double shot is too much, you can go inside here. And inside of here, you have a single shot. This is the single shot. This one's got all the holes in the bottom right here. This is the double shot. It's got a lot more, right? So, single shot, double shot. I'm gonna have another double shot here. You can use either one fit inside of here, right? This one right here, don't use this one, okay? If you want to use a double shot on the other one, use this one. It's got all the holes in the bottom, right? I typically use this one because this is nice and flat. This is kind of angled. And I think this will give him more even cook than this one right here. You're going to have this. I call it the chimney, right? Damn, my shoulders and my back. Whoa, no. Ah. Okay, cool. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your double shot or single shot. You're going to this side up. You're going to slide this in. Boom, like so. It's going to sit pretty flush with the little lip right there. You're going to take this in and you're going to put it on and twist it, and it kind of locks it into place. This is in line with the handle. As you can see, it's in line with the handle. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to push that in. All right, so I'm going to bring you over here. So this is what it looks like. This is the power button. You're going to turn it on. It's going to go do all this bzz things, right? Okay, we got water. You want to verify that there's water back here. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put this in right here. It's on double shot. You can keep it like this. And all you do is just push it in. And then it does it by itself. You don't hold it in, you just push it in, make the click. Oh. It's out of coffee. So let me put some coffee in there. No, it's not out of coffee. But you might as well be out of coffee. So, to add coffee, boom, 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 you just pour up here. Make sure that you got coffee in there. You should have coffee in there. I'll make sure it's full whenever you're here. So, alright, start over again. There's a little bit in there. I'm going to dump that out. Sorry, coffee. Alright. So, no coffee. Going to push it in. And it's going to grind it up itself. I already have all the settings pretty good. All right. Once you have coffee, it's going to be in there. It's going to be a little bit over the top. Open up the door. And inside the door, you're going to have this piece. Okay, this is a bunch of little needles. Don't stab yourself with it. And you're just going to take this and you're going to break up all those big chunks. Breaking it up so it's smaller chunks makes it a little bit more fluffy. And you can turn it around to where you can move it around to where it's kind of even. Breaking up all those big chunks. So into smaller chunks, it's okay. Doesn't need to be crazy. So you want smaller chunks. See how it's like kind of like powdered a little bit? So I'm going to slide this in. It's self-cleaning. It's got really cool bristles in there. Next, you're going to grab the one on the far right. This is the biggest one, the deepest one. The one on the far right. And that way, it can actually reach all the way down the chimney. And then you give it a little turn, move it around a little bit. Now it's done. Now you can pop this out. Now it's nice and flat, but we're not done yet. Plop this back in there. Now that you're done with this long one, you're going to go with the shorter one. Okay, so it's gravity, right? So you're going to plop it in here, and you're going to push down, and you're going to twist just like the other one. And what it does is it makes it all even. Pull it out. Just push down a little bit further. Then you can put this one back. Last one, the very, very far right. I use this one. It's got these little cool thingies right here. So I go and I put it on and I push down about 35 pounds. So I push down and then I twist just to make sure it's nice and good. I don't put a ton of weight on it. Move it. And now it looks like this. Up here, I'm actually going to put them up there. You have these guys right here. You slide this on top of here. Boom, the grate's on top. And then what you're going to do right here, you're going to go at an angle. It says right here, insert. This should be in line with the insert. Pop in here. And then you're going to turn. It might be a little tight towards the end, but that's fine. If it's a little tight, this will only let it go in so far. So now that you're in, you take your mug. You can use any of my mugs up here. I don't care. I'm going to use my Christmas Pokemon one, even though it's not Christmas yet, right? You're going to go over here, put this under, and what I do is I get on one knee and I confess my love to it. I love you so much, so that makes it want to make me the best coffee possible. I love you so much, you're the love of my life. Alright, so I'm going to hold this double shot because this is a double shot one. If you were using the single shot one, you'd be using the single shot one. So I'm going to hold this. This is going to go up to the pre-fusion. This is the pressure gauge right here. Going to go up to the pre-fusion. Actually, let me bring you closer so you can see. All right, so here's the double shot, single shot. This is the pressure gauge. So I'm going to hold it, and it's going to be in the pre-fusion part, all like these dotted section. And then you want it to be around here. The settings should be good. What I do is I sit there and I watch the bottom until the whole thing is wet. You'll see here in a second. When it's all wet, then I let go. So I'm going to hold this until I see that it's all wet. And then I let go, and it makes the coffee. Here we go. So I'm holding it down. My pressure gauge is going up into the pre-fusion. You can see it coming in. Okay, so see how it's all wet? Now I let go. It's in the pre-fusion. I let go. And there we go. Now we're in the espresso. And now it's coming out pretty good. And it should be coming out kind of tan, light brown, like so. And it'll go for about 40 seconds. The hardest part is the milk. Now I have milk. You can use the milk. And I have creamer. You can use a creamer. What I do, I use half and half. I make my own half and half. So, same place. You're going to go over to the sink. You're going to grab one of these. Alright, there's only one. You're going to grab this. And I fill it about this far of milk and this much of creamer. So it's half and half. It's about a total of 2 cups. Maybe a cup and a half. So the creamer I use is this 0 sugar chocolate caramel Oh, it's so good. And then just whole milk. All right. So I'm going to pour in about a cup. So a cup of milk. And then about another cup of creamer. And it should look this. Okay, so not all the way to the top. It's kind of like 2/3 of the way there. And then I'm going to come over here. See this thing right here? Let me clean it off. Before I do this, I remove this. So I remove this. I pop it off. I open up my drawer, and inside the drawer is this bowl. I'm going to tap. It's going to remove the little grate, and then I'm going to tap this out. And it should come out as a whole puck. That means it's good. It's going to be a good cup of joe. Hi. And then I'm going to rinse this off and make sure it's not clogged or anything like that. You don't have to worry about that. Just rinse it off a little bit with the water. Get your finger it a little bit. What are you doing? Hi. Just making myself some coffee and showing people how to make coffee. Alright. So, now, what I'm going to do, let me clean this off. I use this, get it wet a little bit. Once it's a little bit of wet, go ahead and I just rub it real good and tell it you are such a good coffee machine. I hope you like this. Oh yeah. Does that feel good? Hopefully it felt good. If not, I might have been a little rough, but maybe it likes it rough. So basically, since I'm done with all that, I can now go ahead and close that. My coffee is right here. I'm going to go ahead on the very side right here. You're going to have there, you got steam and hot water, okay? So I'm going to move this over to steam, and my wand right here is going to start blasting off steam. Over here, hot water, steam. You hear the clicking. And now it's going to purge. It's purging right now. And now we got steam. So once it's done steaming, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to push my wand out. I'm going to turn it back on. And I'm going to slide it in. And I'm going to put it at the edge. And I'm going to kind of just put it right at the top. You kind of want to make a little tornado inside. And it should get hot enough to where it's hot to hold. And you don't want all those bubbles. You try to get rid of those bubbles. Just want a little bit. Listen to it. It's kind of it sounds like tearing paper. That's what you want. You want it to sound like tearing paper. Gonna get rid of those big bubbles. Oh. They're going. Kind of want it to spin around. You spin my heart round, baby, ride round. Until it gets hot. I'm feeling it with this hand right here, my fingers. Got 2 fingers right there. I'm feeling it. Should fill up almost all the way. So you know you got a good mixture of bubbles. and milk. Okay, now it's hot. Once it's hot, I can go ahead. I can turn this off. Now it's off. You can go ahead and move this out of the way. And then I just go and I pour it. I don't do any special things. I just pour. And then I take a look at the pattern that it makes. And I don't know what that is, but it looks kind of cool. And it smells good. That's how you make my coffee out of my coffee machine. Enjoy!